Man, it's your boy Boogie. I'm back. We live. Another Think Different podcast episode, man. Message, to the folk, the people. You know what I mean? And shout out to my man, my teammate. You already know, man. Unusual Productions. We in the building, man. Sore Thumb is the product, man. Y'all stay tuned. Follow us and shop indie brands in 26 and beyond. You know? So, I come today because I want to discuss something, that's prevalent to the people. You know what I mean? And that message is building and burning bridges. You know what I mean? Throughout the course of history, man, a lot of bridges been built around the world, man. A lot of people died building them bridges. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of bridges been burned, you know, due to the nature and the character of people that cross it. You know what I mean? So don't let that go over your head. All right. And the reason of this message today is because, as you've been constructing certain things, with cement and metal and mixing it, and you watching it grow out the water, you know what I mean? Almost like vegetation. You can see how bridges become pathways to the destination. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you watch and you try to make a configuration on who these bridges lead to, where these bridges might take you to, and how low, how high these bridges could be, which kind of give you the eerie feeling sometimes. Because the higher the bridge, the more dangerous the bridge, the more the risk of if the bridge get burned. Sometimes the shorter the bridge, the lower the bridge, you can kind of cross on another way, another trajectory. Risk ain't really got that much, entail to you. So you gotta understand sometimes that the message I'm spilling today about, building and burning bridges is really for the concrete, decisive decision making on how to get to the next plateau or area or destination for some of y'all that the bridge connect you to. And sometimes when we speak of the gatekeepers, that's like the arm on the bridge. You know what I mean? And they keep you from crossing. Because sometimes this bridge the one you got to take because there ain't no other way to get to that island or that piece or that body of land. So you got to learn how to figure a constructive way to get the arm up, man. You know, get the easy pass, pay the toll, whatever you doing, and get to that joint. You know what I mean? But stay focused doing it. Because sometimes, you need that bridge. You know what I mean? I hope you ain't missed what I was cooking just now. You know what I mean? And the reason I say you need that bridge is because, man, sometimes it'll be some unidentifiable components that come in play in front of you, and you don't realize that's the bridge to opening up the next body or landmass that's for your conquering to get to where you're supposed to be in the demographic of things you should be doing. And you will miss out on some of the things that you don't get a chance to prioritize by not observing the arm down on the bridge, how big the bridge is, how high the bridge is, as opposed to sometimes you'll see an easier direction. I'm gonna take this low bridge and think that that's something, but that bridge might be tight. Traffic can't even go both ways on it. I don't miss that message right there, man. I might have got too deep on some of y'all. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like being in New York and you're going across the Verrazano as opposed to taking the GW. If you ever been, you'll understand what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like taking 9-5 as opposed to being on the coastline of Virginia. And you got to take the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Ain't no other way. And if you ain't really been around, you don't got this much culture, and you ain't gonna understand where I'm at. But what I'm saying with this message, man, sometimes the bridge all you got. So while I'm here, let me go ahead and give some of my spiel of what I'm where I really want to bring some intent to, man. Shout out to having folks in your life that you built some bridges with, and them bridges still exist. That's where I'm trying to go at with the message, man. Because some of y'all really got some people that's right there with you, but you done tore the bridges up, so you can't even cross and go into a new destination or plateau with those folks. Because you ain't burned the bridge down. Man, opportunity, and I mean with capital letters, presents itself on a regular basis, man, courtesy of Allah. Alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? And I give thanks all the time because Allah presents these opportunities and it's up to you to seize them. But always know it's a bridge connected to the opportunity, man. And you got to understand once you get ready to cross it, what type of focus it takes, how to stay in between the lines, how to get there in a safe and natural protocol. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, man, when you get the spill on how a bridge is actually drawn up, not the making of it yet, the actual blueprint, man. Don't let that message go over again. Let me slow it down. When the blueprint of the bridge come together, then you can see how to build it, man. How to reinforce it, what stabilize it. Like how these new technology people do. They build a bridge to take the wind, to take the earthquake, man, to take the water beating on it. And that's what I'm trying to get across to you. You, the body of you, take all that. You take the beating, the wind, all the damage, the fluctuation, the traffic, the weight, everything is on you when you decide to cross whatever bridge you're crossing, man. So, take the message with you today. Be focused, be vigilant, be 10 toes about where you're supposed to go and how you're going to go about it. And make decisive decision making, man. Short term, mid term, long term goal. And allow some of those people that built those bridges for you to make sure they lift the arm for you. This message is gonna go over a lot of people, man. Cause sometimes, like I said, you got a good bit of folks that support you, who you might done did some wild fisticuff and the arm down. Man, make sure you get the arm up by being residual on what you're gonna do to try to make sure that you men where you're supposed to be at to gain access to what's supposed to come to you, man, courtesy of the law. All right. Now, I'm gonna end this off, bend the curve, and come around here to get some spill. Don't forget to shop indie brands. And the reason I'm saying this is because, man, we're trying to build a unified movement. And that's the reason for the message of the bridges. We got to get these bridges together so we can all come together and work as one body, one movement, man, so we can levitate what's going on in the demographics of where we at. And I'm just really speaking for the core niche of Carolina. I be a lot of places. But sometimes we got to build it together and try to get the messaging straight, man. So before I spin out, like I said, the title of this message was Building and Burning Bridges. All right. So now, like I said, hey, don't forget, stay focused, stay in tune, be about your business, get the arm up on the bridge so you can cross properly, man. It's your boy Boogie, man. I'm checking out. Stay tuned.